is 6 p.m. A special meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Freehold for February 12th, 2024 is now called to order. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided at least 48 hours prior to commencement of this meeting pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 231 of the laws of 1975, the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of the time, date, and location of this meeting has been provided by posting a copy of the public meeting dates on the municipal bulletin board and by sending a copy to the Asbury Park Press and the Star Ledger and filing a copy with the municipal clerk. Please stand for a salute to the flag, followed by a moment of silence. Council President Schuster, please lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Kane.
Here.
Councilman Benedetto.
Here.
Councilman Freeman.
Here.
Councilwoman Jordan. Here. Councilman Wright.
Here.
Councilwoman Rogers. Here. Councilwoman Schuster. Here.
Okay, for this evening is a resolution modifying metered parking regulations and rates. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just ask our administrator, Mr. Gallo, just to run through some of the points, then we can talk about it and move on this resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and council members on the dais, citizens at home watching. The purpose of this resolution is to offer a brief holiday from certain parking fees corresponding to a traditional midwinter slowdown in business following the holidays. This brief period will provide us with time to evaluate our progress thus far and to make any needed adjustments to the program based on data and real-time experience. We still have a number of glitches and kinks that we have to work out that we're working on. If the council does approve this measure, the machines and the pay stations will be locked out from accepting payments during the designated times, and a message will come up that says parking holiday, no payment due, so people won't be able to make payments that they don't have to make. This measure as written will suspend payment for parking on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, except on street parking. That's not affected by this resolution. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, paid parking will begin at 4 p.m. and last until 11 p.m. and will be $2 per hour. Otherwise, the rates are unchanged. Those hours are the hours where we feel that there still needs to be parking management, in the sense that the system turns over the parking lots and encourages people to come and go so that other people can take their places, and that people going to the restaurants would be able to find a parking space. We've always said that this was a parking management system, not a parking revenue system, and the focus of our efforts has always been on managing our scarce resource, which is the number of parking spaces that is available. And we've done this in conjunction with our business community to try and come up with a system that makes as much parking available at the times when it's needed, and doesn't penalize anybody at the times when it's not needed. We've had a couple of successes under our belt. One of the situations that we attempted to address was the complete lack of parking available for patrons on Friday and Saturday night. Particularly in the warmer months, but year-round, if you were coming to a restaurant in downtown Freehold, there was a better than 50-50 chance that you'd find a parking space. Now you can. It's worked out to the point where there's always a spot available, or turning over so that you can grab a spot and go in and do what you want. The other success that we've been able to do is move the long-time parkers out of the Market Yard and McGackin and move them to other places, so that the parking lots are not full of people who are not customers of the businesses. So we work to develop regimens where people who need to park, for the whole day can find a place to park and not affect the availability of parking spots. So those are two successes that we've had, but we do want to work cooperatively, and we have met with the business owners along with Council Member Di Benedetto and Mayor Kane and Councilmember Friedman. Councilmember Jordan has also met with us on this subject as well. And this 6-week period will be an opportunity for us to evaluate where we are and to look at where we're going and to come up with solutions to the individual problems that some merchants have suggested are affecting their business.
Thank you. Anybody from council like to?
I have a question. During the times that it's during the parking holiday, during the times that it's not paid parking, is there enforcement of 2-hour parking in those lots? Is there any
In the
enforcement?
lots where there currently is by ordinance a restriction on the amount of time that you can park, there will be enforcement. In the lots where there's not currently an ordinance in place, we will be proposing tweaks to the ordinance to make sure that those restrictions are in place.
Any other
Yes.
comments or questions?
Two questions. Well, not one statement and a question. The 6-week period includes, I believe, 2 holidays. So, which fall on Sunday.
Sure.
So those days will be free parking.
Free parking,
days?
yes.
Okay. And then the other one is, how are we going to measure the success of this? What types of measurements do we have in place to show that this had a positive impact on business, or there was no change?
Well, we're going to be polling and having a dialogue with the members themselves. It may be that there's not an immediate change. People's habits change, and sometimes they're hard to change back. But we're going to have a continuing dialogue. Working with Downtown Freehold, we're going to offer every business the opportunity to come in individually and sit down with myself and the parking utility manager, so they can tell us clearly what their concerns are in a calm environment where we can make notes and have suggestions and a dialogue about what they think might help. Or one of the things that we're keeping in mind is that the very first thing we need to do is do no harm. So we don't want to do anything that damages anything, and so we'll have that continuing dialogue, and we'll be doing a lot of checkup. The immediate impact of this is that there won't be any paid parking at lunchtime in the parking lots. There still will be on the street, but what we've heard from a number of businesses is that there has been an effect on their lunch crowds, that they don't have the volume of customers that they had this time last year. Now, it's anybody's guess as to what the cause is for that. It could be a whole host of things, but we're going to see what the impact of not having paid parking during that time period is. And we'll be asking them, have you seen an improvement? Has it gotten worse? What's your experience? We'll see what the outcome is. So that will be the metric upon which we gauge whether or not this is successful, and whether or not there is a permanent tweak to the system after the 6 weeks are up. My prediction at this point, without knowing any of the facts or any of the reactions that we're going to have, is that we probably will have a tariff system that is flexible based upon the seasons, but we're not there yet.
We said from the beginning with this venture that we were going to listen to the business people, and that's the only acceptable thing to do, because our goal never was to hurt anybody with this.
Absolutely.
It was in fact to help, and we did it with a lot of advice from them. So they've been in a learning curve as well here. And the only thing different, and I would like us to consider it later, is to, and I've said this from the beginning, I want the company to be brought in here and to meet with us, and we need to get some of this stuff straightened out. Because not all of this, all of the glitches, for example, tonight, Annette and I tried to pay out there, and it was, not working. So I think we have to make the company accountable to a certain degree here as well, and I want them in.
Sure, and that is part of the plan, they will be invited in.
Good, and I would like to,
You would be,
even if you have to advertise, I would like to be in on that meeting.
Mike's got his seat reserved, but you can be the bookend, and,
Sharon, we did bring that up. We basically, I wanted an A and a B solution to this with the
deadline.
company.
Yeah.
There was discussion of an A and B solution. And I think you know what B is.
I want a solution,
Yeah.
period. And I think they're part of the problem, and you can tell them I said so, but that's just me.
Anybody else?
Yeah, just my statement for the record, since day one, this has been a partnership between the business owners and the borough, and the goal was to create a system that, as Steve said, was to manage parking, and we always knew going into this that there would be learning curves and changes and adjustments. As with all ventures, you have to react to facts, and leadership is looking at facts and changing and doing what needs to be done for the benefit of the whole community. And I think this parking holiday, to examine some of the issues that Sharon and Mike is talking about on the technical side, is incredibly important to give a little breathing room to our businesses that are struggling during lunch, during the slow time of year. I think this is an important factor, and I appreciate everyone being involved in this.
I agree wholeheartedly. As Steve said, it's a management. It's not a money grab. We're looking to take the financial stress off the residents and the taxpayers that help pay for these lots to get redone. I mean, we had a couple quotes on getting the lots redone, well over $1 million. But the business people have fruited from this free parking since I was born, and they've gotten free lights, free striping, free cleaning, free landscaping. Not free, but they're investors also, so we heard their cries. There's a fine line between perfection, and that's what we're striving to get closer to this line, and we did hear what the business people had to say. I think it's great that we met with them, and we're going to meet with them again to make sure. It's not just the restaurants either. We had people from other businesses come in that were there, and we thought that this new modified schedule would help them out also.
And I would just add that this, based on the unaudited, draft results of 2023, there was money in the fund that is going towards, long-term improvements. So, this project, the borough, succeeded in its role of being able to pay for the staff and pay for the system as we're getting it up. Obviously, that's not fully paid off, but, there was still money after the fact that can go to long-term maintenance of the parking lot, which was, also part of this ultimate goal. So I think that shows, some of the efficiency as well.
I think you're right, Jeff. I think we learned a lot. I think since this has been up in September.
So did they, the businesses.
Right, they
Yes.
learned a lot, but I think we learned a lot on who's using our lot. And it's getting people that are there all night, all weekend, that are taken away from the investors downtown because they're jamming up the lot. I mean, I didn't really think it was that many people. But as you see, our free areas are getting overcrowded now, and our streets are getting overcrowded with people that aren't really they're keeping the people that want to come in and spend money downtown. I think it's a bigger number than I thought.
I'll just say that when we started this from the beginning, we said it was a collaboration between us, the borough, and our downtown business partners. And we've been talking and having an open dialogue now since September, and we found that, they've been giving us feedback, and we've been taking that and trying to tweak the system accordingly. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing for the downtown businesses, and we're going to work to maintain our dialogue and move forward. after this holiday's over and see what's happening, what's gonna work.
And then, you know, I think it also showed the business people that some of the ideas we had can work, meaning their employees don't have to park closer than their clients. There's some traffic problems that go on down in that market yard and on our streets when deliveries come in. We're gonna have to address that too. But I think the business people have solved some of the things that we were seeing, especially with their employees, where they park. They figured it out and said, hey, maybe our employees can park somewhere else and leave the lot open for other people to come into town.
Thanks. Anybody else? Yeah, I just want to add, we knew this going in, that this was going to be a learning experience, but as Jeff mentioned, this is true leadership. It's a partnership with the downtown businesses, we listen to them, and you know, we're not afraid to make the changes we need to make to get towards that perfect line that we're looking for. So I just want to thank everybody. This is, you know, we're committed to it, and this is a great process. So thank you. That being said, would someone like to move this resolution?
I'll move that, please.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilperson DiBenedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Reich?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schuster? Yes.
Okay, that resolution modifying metered parking regulations and rates is adopted. Item 5, this is a open public meeting, so I'd like to open up to the public. If anyone from the public would care to address the governing body, please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Let's close that portion, please.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson DiBenedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Reich?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schuster? Yes.
Okay, item 6 are council comments. I don't see anything listed. Anybody, any council comment?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
We take absolutely no responsibility for this jacket.
I take 100%
Make that-
responsibility for this
Put that on
jacket.
the record, please.
If he had horns and a tail, what would he look like?
Not Halloween yet.
Just real quick, I want to thank Tony Field and the Spectacular Committee for putting together that fundraiser, helped raise money for the spectacular events. It was a fun time, and it was nice to see so many council members and other people from the public there.
That committee worked hard, and they work hard all year, so, yes, Jeff, I second that emotion.
And
the
Adam was
food-
going to prom king, just so you know.
Was he?
It was.
Oh, I missed that.
I was going to challenge
Was it that
Kevin.
jacket?
Yeah, kind of helped a little bit.
Go ahead.
We should give a shout out to the restaurants too
Oh, yeah.
for stepping up. It was very nice of all of
The
us.
food was delicious, and they did contribute, yes, absolutely, donate.
I was going to shout out. Yeah, I agree with Jeff. Thank you to that spectacular committee. It was a great event, and the entire mayor and council was there, so that was great. Adam was named prom king, and we did kind of shame him into wearing this jacket tonight. We dare you to wear it to this meeting, so he did. But,
It's okay. I gladly took that down.
it's all good. All right, that's it for council comments. We'll close that portion. Item 7, being no further business, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson DiBenedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Aye, yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Reich?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Schuster?
Yes.
Thank you. We are adjourned.